Bore da, prynawn da. Good evening, good afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching our last video newsletter of the year, which is quite scary how fast this has gone. It's been a brilliant year. There's been so many amazing things going on, and that's been encapsulated in the last week or so with all the enrichment activities, with the trips, seeing pupils really out of their comfort zone, doing different, interesting, exciting things. And thank you to them for all engaging that so positively. And you will have seen some of that stuff on our social media. But also thank you to the staff who take so much time to plan these, and it takes an awful lot of work to make it something really different and enriching, and hopefully it's a way they can finish the year on a real high, enjoying school in a slightly different way to what they usually do. So hopefully they've enjoyed that. Just a few reminders from me, really important that we return on Tuesday the 2nd of September for years 7 and 11. So staff will be in the day before with an inset day, but years 7 and 11 return on Tuesday the 2nd, and then the rest of the school in on Wednesday the 3rd of September. So hopefully you have a fantastic 6 weeks off, but just remember those times and dates, because the times thing is really important as well, and you should be able to find updated timetables for buses on the Vale website or on the transport area. But just to reiterate, we start from September, our day will start at 8:40. So pupils need to be in their form classes at 8:40 every day. And we'll finish at 2:50, which is going to be a huge help for bus transport, because that's meant the transport has to be rearranged to come here and not go to another school first. So really hopeful that that makes a massive difference to those children who get buses home and are often waiting for a ridiculous amount of time. So, that should really help. So it's going to be a huge benefit, in particular over the next couple of years with the new build, because the impact of that, although really exciting and we can't wait, and when it come back in September, there'll already be some, even more work going on, and we'll see that really develop through the next school year. It is a longer process because of the flood mitigation work that has to be done first on the site, but within 2 to 2.5 years, we should be moving into a brand new build. But that will be starting in September, and that work will be ongoing. And just a reminder, really, to remind pupils that there's issues of that are limitations on space, in particular for outdoor space for PE facilities. But also it is going to be a construction site next to the school yards and the building. So really important they follow the instructions and keep themselves safe and don't go near those areas. They shouldn't be able to get in there, but what children are like, they can often find a way in and out of somewhere like that if they really want to. But obviously for their safety more than anything, please remind them of how important it is to stay out of there. And that will cause some transport traffic issues, but they will not be moving on the site during the start period and end period of the school day. So it shouldn't impact upon us during those times, because traffic's already challenging as it is. As throughout the year goes, I'll give you updates on that, because there will be some changes to visitor parking at some point. Again, all part of the disruption, but the long-term benefits are enormous, and it is a really exciting time for the school. It will be challenging in the interim period with a limited outdoor space. But going back to the times of the day, one of the real benefits is that obviously our fields are going to be out of action. So for our teams playing fixtures, it means they can get to those schools before the end of the day rather than have to leave their lessons, particularly early, because they're going to have to travel more for fixtures. One thing to look out for, one of the things we are going to be trying to do some fundraising for, and any support from local businesses, from families in any way. You all know how difficult school finances are at the moment. I'm sure you've seen that in the media, and the Vale a particularly bad situation, which is not down to them, it's down to the way funding formula comes through. And we're not separate from that. We have those challenges. So lots of things we do are funding decisions, sadly, but we are going to be looking to try and fund a new minibus to support with transport for fixtures for PE. So if there's any companies out there who could help with that, and we could even look at putting badges on the side of the bus for advertising, we'd be really grateful, because we are going to need additional minibuses to help with all the fixtures being away. So please be as generous as you can. I appreciate that you usually are. And just a couple of other things, like I say, it's been a brilliant week with Enrichment Week. Lots going on, and we finish off today, and there's also a staff tag rugby match at lunchtime of the day for the children to wear to come and watch and enjoy. And obviously the blue team are going to win, we hope. And if they don't, there's going to be some serious words with other staff. Surely the head has to win. The head is currently the darts champion of the staff as well. I have got one game today, but I won't report on that. Let's just hope that I win. And if I don't, you won't ever hear about it. But on that note, you'll be really pleased to hear I did get to see Oasis 2 weeks ago. So the greatest concert I've ever been to, which is not a surprise. And I'm sure any of you that went enjoyed that experience as well. And finally, apart from wishing everyone a happy and healthy summer, we have got a couple of leavers. Miss Hadley, Miss Evans and Mrs. Morris, 3 of our TAs that are moving on at the end of this year. And we wish them every success and thank them for everything they've given to our pupils. You know, that one-to-one support they often provide is invaluable. And a huge loss is going to be Miss Organ in the maths department, who's moving out of teaching, unfortunately. Has decided to go into a statistics job. She is a bit of a maths geek and she won't be ashamed of me saying that. She's going to be a huge loss after 8 years in the school. And has been a fantastic ambassador for the maths department, supporting so many pupils to get a love for that subject. And we'll really miss her, but wish her every success and hope that she keeps in touch. But apart from that, have a fantastic summer. Enjoy the break. Keep safe. Keep each other safe. Smile and have fun. Take care, everyone.